Hey there, Aries. Welcome back. All right, guys, let's get into this. See what is going on in your energy. Spirit gives a clear, concise message here for Aries. Don't forget to click on that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. If you're new here, just know that this is an all Aries channel. Fair warning, I do read reversal, so it can make the readings negative, okay? But I pretty much just let the cards fall where they may, and that's how I read them. So however way that they come out, that's how I read them. Give us a clear, concise message here for Aries. All right, we're almost there. We're getting there. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, so Aries, I'm hearing that you're reevaluating your past, or you're reevaluating things that hurt you in the past. So this has something to do with something that has hurt you in the past, and it's causing you to get blocked today. Okay, because you're thinking about it, right? So it's blocking what you could be doing today because you're thinking about what happened in the past. There is a need, a very strong need here to become more and more independent, or maybe you were forced at a very young age to have to become very independent to the point where you were always stuck in survival mode. The thing is that you're still stuck in survival mode. Okay, like you were stuck in survival mode as a child, and now you're still stuck in survival mode today because your mind is going back and thinking about those things. So what I'm seeing here is there's a blockage here, but the blockage is really yourself, right? But I do see this independence, and I also see you facing the truth, seeing the truth, facing the truth, accepting the truth. But it's difficult, right? That's the thing. But it's difficult. It's like it's in pieces. It's not a whole thing. It's not just one situation. It's many situations. It's not something that you're going to do one time and it's over, it's done. It's not like ordering a cheeseburger, you eat it, it's over, it's done. You ate it, right? No, with this kind of I want to say trauma, possibly trauma, or just things about your past. It comes in pieces, so it's a ever revolving door. It's like you accept it, you see the truth, and then you move on, and then it happens again and again, and it just keeps going on and on. This could also be about your relationships, possibly one that you had with a soulmate, twin flame, something like that, a romantic partner. You thinking back and looking back about that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about your childhood. It can also be about your relationships that you've had. Also, I'm getting while you are accepting the truth, seeing the truth, acknowledging the truth, you do have somebody around you who has been around you for a while, okay? And that person is refusing to see the truth. It could also be that this person is refusing to take accountability for their actions and for the things that they did. And because that person is refusing to do their part, I'm actually seeing some kind of negative consequences, not for them, but for you. Something that has been a really hard road for you, like you having to climb a mountain all by yourself and nobody ever teaching you how. It's that kind of feeling. I don't know what exactly it is. It could be like you had to teach yourself how to do a lot of things, a lot of adulting things that somebody should have taught you. And that is just one of the negative things that I'm feeling from this reading. It could be many things. It doesn't have to be just that. It could be like so many different things. When you're in survival mode, especially when you're really young, and I'm talking about like 20s and younger, and you get stuck in that survival mode, or if you have always been in survival mode, because there's some people who have been in survival mode since they were very young, a child, and they get stuck in that to the point where they don't even know anything different, and then they find it very hard to live in the here and now. Not only that, but they struggle financially. And it does look like here that you've had times in your life where you have struggled financially, or you could be going through it right now, right? But I do see this as something where you're coming out of that energy. That's the good thing. You are protected. You have God on your side. God sees everything that you've been through. I'm also hearing that somebody here has had to deal with a lot of prejudice in their life, very extreme prejudice. It could be because of your gender, your religion, your race, the color of your skin, whatever it is. Maybe even your financial situation, whatever that is. You've always had people prejudice against you. And the worst kind of prejudice is when it comes from the family. And I feel like somebody here has dealt with that, where you've had family, friends, or people in your neighborhood, people in your community who have been prejudiced against you. I want you to know God sees everything. God sees everything, and God knows everything. God sees all your challenges and everything that you have overcome. God sees all these things. You are protected. This is why you are being protected, because since you were very young, you've been under attack for quite a while. You might even feel like the whole world's against you. Or you might feel like people around you feel like you don't have a right to exist. That is the worstest feeling that anybody can have. But unfortunately, in many societies, people are treated this way. And it's not just in the United States, it's like all over the world, right? It's everywhere. I'm telling you this because I want you to know that you're not alone. This is something that is a global thing. A lot of people have gone through this. Now, guys, remember that this is a general reading. So if this part about dealing with prejudice is not part of your story as of now, just take that out. Okay? Just take that part out. It doesn't mean that you're not going to ever experience it in your lifetime. It just means that you haven't. Some people experience different challenges at different times in their life, and some people get more than their share than other people do. Somebody here might have even had teachers who were prejudiced against them and they didn't understand why. Or they had teachers who were being mean to them and they don't understand why. Somebody here has had people in the legal system be prejudiced against them or mean to them, and they never understood why. This is part of that processing where you are taking time to think about those things. You're reflecting on everything. And you're realizing, oh, that's why this person was acting this way toward me, because they were prejudiced, because I'm a female, or because I'm a male, or because I'm whatever. People can be prejudiced against you for all kinds of things, even the way that you dress. Simply just because of the way you dress, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, people can be prejudiced against you. I'm also getting, because of all this prejudice for whatever reason, that you've had to deal with a lot of situations that were unfair, possibly since you were a child. And you've had people judge you wrong. Yeah. You might also feel like people don't understand you, or you've had people around you that didn't understand you. I'm going to start digging deeper. All right, let's start from the beginning. Let's go back to the three of sticks, spirit. We have the Emperor coming out. Okay. Four of Cups been in reverse. Okay, tell me more about that. For one of you, it was definitely a mother figure, or a female in your family, or in your neighborhood, or your school. It could have even been at church or something like that, but I don't think so. It's more of could have been at school or your home. This is a mother figure, and let's see. Aries, I'm hearing that you grew up with a lot of confusion in your life, and because you were stuck in survival mode, that you actually have developed some skills. Very, very specific skills that other people don't have, but you have. Hmm. I'm hearing that you spent a lot of your youth, or you spent a lot of your younger years in dreaming, just always dreaming. But you're changing. That energy's changing. God's giving you the strength now. And what you don't know is you have some talents. You have untapped talents that you've been given as a gift because of the things that you've gone through. And I'm seeing you going and moving from being in that dreamy state and always dreaming about things to becoming a doer. That's what I'm hearing. You're becoming a doer with that Emperor energy. The Emperor energy is somebody who does. They're very disciplined. They're somebody who takes action. They take control. That's your energy that you're becoming. That's where you're heading right now. You're heading into that. Yes, your past was one way, but your future is going to be totally different now. Because you are going to take control now. And you will be setting boundaries. And you're also going to be building some kind of solid foundation for yourself, something that you can feel secure in. See, you were stuck in survival mode because you didn't feel secure. But now you're going to create your own security by doing, by getting up and doing. See, you're no longer going to be that person who dreams and wishes and waits. Now you're the one that's actively going to be doing this for yourself. You're going to be disciplining yourself, disciplining yourself and taking small steps, I'm hearing, to move forward. You're not going to wait for things to happen anymore. You're going to make things happen. See, I think you spent so much time in your youth daydreaming and not living in the present that now you're open to this. Not only that, but I'm seeing here that you're building this, you're building more self-awareness about yourself. You're becoming more self-aware. Maybe when you were younger, you were so detached from yourself because of everything that was going on around you, and you were always in that reactive mode. So you never got to really know who you were as a person. But guess what, Aries? Now you will, right? Now you will. Now you're becoming more and more self-aware. And not only that, but you're becoming more and more self-aware about your possibilities and what you are capable of doing. I also see you opening up emotionally. You might be opening up to people or speaking to people about this, or maybe it doesn't have to be to people, like many people. It could be one specific person in your life that you are sharing these things about yourself with, and that could be healing. And that's maybe for one of you. But you're definitely opening up for sure. You're definitely open up. Even if you're not talking to somebody, you're definitely opening yourself up. And the thing is that because you're doing that, you're leaving yourself open to more possibilities and more things that you could actually go into to bring that structure into your life that you're looking for. Because you're ready for change. That's what it is. You're open. See, it's very hard to be open. It's easy to stay closed. It's easy to be, just feel like, okay, this is what I have and just be happy with what you have, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. To be happy with what you have and be grateful for what you have, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But there is more to life. There's more out there for you, Aries. And that's what I'm hearing. There's more for you. This is why it's so important for you to go through this process where you're opening up and seeing things through different eyes. And that's what you're doing. And it's hard, but you could do it. It's meant for you to do this. The thing is that you've been numb for so long, and now you're moving out of that energy of being just numb, just going through the motions of the day, right? You're coming out of that. And now you're going to be moving into a phase of where you're going to start becoming more and more curious and wanting to engage with people, talking to people, exploring different ideas. How do you do that? You talk to people, right? I hear like you're coming out. Like you're coming out of a shell. You're coming out. The real Aries is coming out. I see you leveling up. Yes, I see you leveling up. I see you inspiring people. I see you breaking ties with people, relationships with people, okay? Because that's coming out as well. But I see you planning things out. What's wrong with this card? Okay. You're going to receive support. People are going to want to come in and talk to you. So, okay. Let's see. So with the Three of Wands coming out in the upright position and the Three of Coins, you're definitely leaving the past in the past, but I also see people coming in to work with you. You're actually going to end up encouraging something here, Aries. The things that you've been through in your life is going to be the basis for what it is that you're moving into, for what you are about to become. That's what I'm hearing. So I see you as encouraging people. I also see you being very confident. Very confident. Definitely a doer. A risk taker. Taking risk, which is something that the old Aries might not have done. But I see you doing that now. Like you're going to become more and more, I don't want to say like risky and doing risky things, that are not necessary. Like, I don't know, doing wheelies on a motorcycle. You know what I mean? No, I'm not saying you're going to become like a thrill seeker. No. But you are going to be taking risk that you normally wouldn't take. And that is part of you opening up and encouraging people and gathering people and getting people to come in and collaborate with you and see. Like you're going to start teaching people, You really are. You're going to start teaching people about things. You're going to help people. You're going to end up inspiring other people to bring in their ideas and your ideas. That's what I'm hearing. Ideas. The exchange of ideas. You have a vision, or you will have a vision. There's a vision that's going to come into your head. And for one of you, I'm hearing like you're going to open up some kind of community center. That might be for one of you. Or it might not be a community center, but it's some place where people can come together. I'm hearing. Like you're going to start a group or something. And everybody's going to come together and support each other. Yeah, you're going to start something here. And you're going to end up putting yourself in a position where you're going to be the leader of whatever this is, Aries. You're going to become the leader. I do see here that there's going to be times here, Aries, where when you're doing this and you're getting people involved and you're starting this up, you're going to start hesitating or self doubting yourself, which is normal, okay? Especially because of the experiences that you've had. You know, when you're going out into the world and you're becoming somebody new and people are reacting to you differently than they ever have before, it can be a scary thing. So I do see you hesitating, but spirit wants you to know to use your intuition. Follow your intuition. You have the world's support here. You have spirit's support here. You know what, Aries, with the world card coming out, it makes me feel like you're going to complete this cycle. This is the completion of this cycle. Not only that, but I feel like you're going to have a lot of success and you're going to feel free. Yeah, you're going to feel free. Not only that, but it's going to be the beginning of a new cycle. So once you go through this and you get to that part where you're bringing everybody together and you become this leader of this group, that's where you're going to find your freedom, your success. Not only that, but this also represents spiritual enlightenment. So you're going to be experiencing that as well. And I feel like that's where your new chapter is going to start. The new chapter in your life is going to start from that point on. It's going to be a totally different world for you. That's what I'm hearing. A totally different world. Because you are going to feel so fulfilled with where you have come from and where you have ended up at. You're going to feel so fulfilled in your life. Where before you might have gone through a lot of confusion, self doubt, emptiness, feeling lonely, alone, things like that, going through so many different issues and problems, nightmares, and coming out of that energy and freeing yourself. I think it's that feeling that is going to really help you live in the here and now. See, where before you were stuck in survival mode, you couldn't get out of that cycle. But because of the whole thing about feeling free, it's going to be like the whole world is going to be taken off your shoulders. I also feel like you're going to be, it could also indicate like you're going to build this group possibly online, okay, with the world card. This could be like an online thing, but in my vision, in my mind, in my third eye, I mean, I see it being a building, but it doesn't have to be a building, you know, because I see a room, I see you going to a room, but it doesn't have to be. It could be simply you going into a room in your house, right? And you're connecting with these people online because it very well could be something that you're going to do online. So you being the leader of something online. I feel very strongly and I feel compelled to say that you're going to start some kind of, I want to say like a movement or something. Like you're going to bring awareness to people about issues. Not only issues about your own experiences, but other people's experiences as well. Yes, that's what I'm getting. Sorry about that, Aries. My cat jumped on the table. I will cut that out. Okay, so I want to see how are people going to view you once you pass that stage where you become this leader. That's what I want to see. I want to see how people are going to view you. Not necessarily the people who are going to join you. I'm talking about because the people who are going to join you, I could tell you already, they're going to agree with you. They're going to agree with what you have to say. That's why they're going to join you. People are going to see you as a high priestess. I'm talking about other people around you, not people who are a part of your group. People are going to view you as somebody who has this, wiser, more awareness, knowledge, like you have a lot of knowledge. Now, don't get me wrong. People are going to see you as a mystery, but at the same time, they're also going to see you as somebody who's very wise, a divine feminine, a divine masculine. Somebody, I mean, people are going to see you as being a natural guide. Like, people are going to want to know more about what you got going on. People are also going to see you always being in your head. So it's going to bring on more of that mystery. Like, what is Aries thinking about? So I think people are going to be really questioning, what are you thinking about, or what are you connecting with? Or what is your next plans going to be? I'm hearing like all these questions. People are also going to see you as being somebody who's very inspirational and somebody who always knows what's going on. Somebody who has a lot of passion, somebody who has a higher purpose in life. People are going to see you as somebody who makes quick decisions. And people are also going to see you as somebody who gets restless or stuck in your head when things don't move as quickly as you want them to. So maybe they'll see you more like a little bit on the stubborn side. A little bit on the stubborn side. But this is how people are going to see you. People are going to love your energy. That's what I'm hearing. People are going to love your energy. They're going to love where you're going. People around you are going to love what you're doing. They're going to love what direction your life has gone into. This is the people around you, not the people in the group that's going to join you, okay? This is from the people outside the group. This is how people are going to view you. They're always going to be wondering about what you're doing because you're this big mystery, you know? But when you speak, you're going to have a lot of knowledge and people are going to listen. People are going to want to listen. People are going to want to talk to you. That's another thing I'm getting. All right, Aries, I'm going to go ahead and stop this reading. I'm going to get out of it. Before you go, I'm going to do shopping with Ninja. So if you're still here, I appreciate you guys. Somebody has said about toilet paper. I'm going to do Angel Soft. I'm doing Angel Soft on this video. Oh, goodness gracious. And I'm going to do, because everybody needs toilet paper and everybody needs toothpaste. So I'm going to do AIM. Okay. And this is for for commissions, guys. When you order stuff through the links, I get a little commission. I'm doing Pringles also. Okay. And YouTube reached out to me and told me I had to show the product. So that's what I'm doing. I'm showing the product. I'm also going to do Pillsbury frostings, okay? And I think that's it for this reading. I'm going to just do 4 things. Yeah. All right, guys. Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Y'all take care. Congratulations on your journey, Aries. You're doing a lot of good stuff here. Doing a lot of good work. And looks like you've come really far, I would say. Really far. Y'all take care. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Bye, guys.